And good evening, everybody. Welcome to OMEN, a Death in Space RPG, right here live on YouTube. We are missing Tara tonight. Andronima is temporarily not here. We're hoping that she will arrive at some point. Internet technology troubles. It's very important for internet and technology if you're streaming. so we need that fixed for her so she can arrive hopefully soon. So we will do our best to trudge on forward a little bit and keep the story moving, and Andronima will just be on roleplay light until she returns. Other than that, I do have a couple quick announcements. We want to throw out some shout-outs to our sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. If you type in !Little Dragon or !CCG in our YouTube chat, you'll get a quick link to their storefronts where you can purchase some awesome RPG-related merchandise and gear. And if you use the coupon code BONUS at Little Dragon Corp, you get 15% off of your order. So make sure you check them out sometime during the show this evening. We got some big announcements coming down the pipe. I think it's too early for me to shout them out right now. But there's some cool things happening at Proficiency Bonus coming up in March. And we're going to fill you in on those at a later date and time as soon as we get everything finalized. But it's going to be pretty cool. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you stick around for those. How about any of you? Do any of you have any special announcements we need to shout out or things that you guys got going on?
Being a regular, I got my teacher's license.
Oh yeah, congratulations!
So I'm gonna start doing that. Start part-time, substituting, then go full teacher.
All right.
Next semester.
Awesome.
Well, congratulations.
Congrats.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm just happy to be here.
Excellent. Well, we're happy that you're here, Joke. And Dan, have you been streaming any Alien video games on your channel? You been doing any of that recently?
I haven't been doing Alien. I've been doing Near Replicant right now. I've always been wanting to finish that game, so I've been finally just grinding that game out.
Okay. Cool. I got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, I was telling my other groups. So I've been playing some of the Sparks of Hope Mario game that came out. Mm-hmm. I've been really enjoying it. It's messed up, but I love it. I highly recommend it. But
I mean, the new Harry Potter game came out.
I know, yeah, but I don't think they released it on Switch yet.
Not too.
That'll be in, yeah.
They told me at GameStop they had no idea when it was coming out on Switch. So I was like, oh, that's all I have right now.
Don't tell anybody, but we're playing all day. Took a day off today.
Oh yeah.
All day. It's addicting.
What house did you go with?
The blue one. What's it called? Oh,
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Oh, so you called in and were like, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't come into work today.
I just got my license. I'm going to start teaching.
That's it. I love it.
Yeah, something like that.
I like
That's
it.
Okay.
It's a good game.
You got to take a mental health day every once in a while. And what better a time than when a new video game releases? Because that's perfect. All right, guys. Well, we're going to jump into our story tonight as we dive back into our sci-fi fun, Death in Space. Last time you guys were together, Dawn stayed at the ship while you guys basically got equipped with some weaponry and told Ashir that you would go down to Sector 4 and figure out either take care of the monsters or figure out what the issue was. So you guys made your way down, and you believe that you found this. You're not really sure what it was, but you found this area that was completely covered in these blue gemstones. Like, it almost seemed like the walls were made out of them whenever you guys were traveling in here. You stumbled upon a pink gem that was kind of trapped within this structure. You guys went to release it, but it was held at bay. It also spoke to you and said that its name was Eve. And it was an intelligent AI from the future. and you tried to remove it. All of a sudden, the structure around started to kind of build itself around it into this massive golem with strange markings. Andronima realized that those markings were very similar to the markings that were on your ship. You guys were able to destroy this golem and take the gem, not without cost, as Aster, your new traveling companion, was pummeled with one backhand punch from this golem, sent flying across the room, probably multiple bones broken, and now rests his cold, dead body over in the corner. I'm going to pick it up right there, because you guys were just kind of getting yourselves organized when we had to end the last episode. You haven't made your way to the surface yet. But I'll pick it up with Dev and Noah at that point. You guys have Andronima there. I'll play her as best as I can, but it's going to be very limited in what I say, because I don't like to play other people's PCs.
Yeah.
We already
sunk
finished
Aster, right?
You did, yes. You sunk Aster's body
Yeah.
into that liquid. The last you saw was the goggles kind of floating down to rest in the bottom of the pool. And that was where we cut the scene.
Should have taken those goggles.
Going back to the surface. We figured out what's going on here, and now we can get back, collect on the contract, and get out of here.
Do you think we might need some proof of what's down here?
I mean, all we have to do is figure out what's going on, and we know it's due to the blue crystals that's everyone's touching is what's causing them to change.
And I do got the crystal in my pocket. Think that'll be enough?
I wouldn't want to touch it, but I think so.
Noah just holds it up in his hand. What's the worst that could happen? And puts it back in his pocket.
Just like kind of look back down the tunnel to where that monster was that you ripped it out of.
Now, was it growing those, or do we... I don't know.
Actually, Devlin, at this point, since you mentioned that, go ahead and make a savvy check for me, please.
Savvy. Where's my 20? All right. I get a 1 bonus. 19 plus 1, so 20.
Wow, good roll. As you looked back to where that creature was in the hallway, you no longer see it.
Trying to think about what I would say to that, because that would really freak me out. Yeah, I would just turn back and be like, the body's gone.
The body is at the bottom of this pool. We sunk it.
No. That gem that you took off the body, that body is no longer there.
Really? So Noah goes and checks out the spot?
Yep. Were you mercy killed that what looked like some kind of corrupted creature that had gems like sticking to it, kind of like almost meshed with its flesh? It's not there anymore.
Are there any like goo piles, footprints leading anywhere, or anything?
Oh, go ahead and make a savvy check.
All right. Do. Savvy's a +2 for me. That is a 13, 15, 15.
15. You do see a couple like thick black kind of masses that could possibly be blood that was like halfway dried, like more like a ooze type pile than like a blood. You see it kind of seem like the creature might have crawled for a little while, and then it looks as if they crawled kind of up a crystal wall and then disappeared into kind of some small crevice in the wall.
So maybe we didn't kill it like we thought we did.
Or something else dragged it out of here.
Either way, it's not good for us to be here, shall we?
Yeah, I say we get out of here and we just report this area being open and let them take all the gems they want. Maybe we get a finder's fee and we get out of here because we found out what's going on. It was one or the other. So I say let's just get out of here. We got what we needed. We got this AI with us now, Eve, and I say we just hightail it out of here.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, and question, how big is Eve? Like, is it like normal size? Is it like small? How big are we talking?
I would say a little bit smaller than a football.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I say we get up there and we hide Eve from them. Make sure they don't catch wind, because they'll probably try and claim some sort of primacy or something on it.
I like that idea. Your stomach's been sticking out a little bit, or maybe you can hide it in there, around there.
I don't think it works like that, but thank you very much. I don't think I'm going to eat the AI.
I'm not saying eat it, but put it under your clothes. They won't know.
Well, listen, it just fine. Like, it's just kind of sitting there. It's the right size, but if I go any bigger, that might be a little obvious. I mean, I can't double in size coming back up.
Got another place to hide it?
Does anyone have a bag?
I don't think so.
I don't have access to Andronima's character sheet, so I can't tell you guys what she has.
Well, we can try and hide it behind my jacket, if nothing else, or just throw my jacket over top of it.
I think that's a good idea.
But regardless, I think we need to pay attention to what's going on around us. I got my tracker still on, so if we hear any movement, we should be able to pick it up first with that, because either that thing's still alive or something else is down here.
Or both.
True.
Let's go.
All right.
I would say after that, we're just gonna kind of
Backtrack.
walk. Yeah, backtrack a little bit briskly.
Okay, so you guys with a little bit of haste start backing track. Dawn,
Yes.
you have drifted off to sleep
Yes, I did.
on the Omen as you've been waiting for your companions to return. You are having a dream where you're standing on what seems to be some type of cold, frozen over planet. Your trench coat is viciously being blown in a wind that seems to be constant. It goes from your right to your left, and the bottom of your trench coat is just flapping like... imagine the sound that a flag makes when it's just being tossed by heavy winds. You know, smacking back and forth. You're pulling your hat down close over your head to try to avoid some of the terrible cold wind that's blowing onto your face. Snow, small bits and shards of ice seem to patter off of you, almost like you're being sandblasted. You see this deep blue horizon, a small glow coming from the snowy ground ahead of you. Everything seems flat. There doesn't seem to be anything sticking up. It's just a flat surface. The blue glow becomes a little bit brighter, a little bit larger. And you can see a silhouetted image starting to come out of this mist, this veil of heavy wind, snow, and ice. It starts out small and then gets a little bit larger as it starts walking towards you within the snow. And as it's walking closer, you realize it's not a monster, it's not a creature, it's not anything very messy, but more like, looks like a child walking closer to you. You can't see them because they're just enveloped in this blue light from behind, and it's just this silhouetted image, marching, walking slowly, pushing against this heavy wind through the snow. And you hear these echoes of calling out to you, of a child. I can't see! I can't see. I can't. See. As all these echoes keep on refraining through your mind. Will you help me? Help me. That's my homemade voice mod, guys.
It worked. I believed it.
What do you do, Don? Do you do anything in your dream?
Yeah, I want to go and try to walk towards the little kids or the figures that I see.
Okay. You're pushing forward through the snow. It seems almost with each step, the snow gets deeper. As at first, it's only up to your ankle. A couple steps more, it's up to your knee. A few steps more, it's past your thigh and almost to your waist. Yet, the child ahead of you doesn't seem to be sunken in the snow. The more you fight through, the more you sink. The more you try to reach out, the harder it is to get closer. It's about up to your waist. You continue.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Keep trying.
Still going. You still go for a little bit more. It gets past your waist, up to your chest. And all of a sudden, underneath your feet, you feel something hard, like a surface, ice, maybe ground. You're not sure as you're pushing through. The wind nearly blows your hat off as you're now almost near the ground where the snow seems to be drifting and just smacking up against your face. And then all of a sudden, that hard floor that you feel under the snow lets go and releases. And you feel this rush of cold blast as you realize it was ice that has just broken through. And we cut down to an image shot. Imagine a camera below Dawn in an icy water. You could see this blue glow from above him as he is just thrashing through icy cold water. He starts to try to re-emerge out and push his head out from this ice, but it's already so cold that the top of the ice has already started to freeze back over. And you calm yourself for a moment, Dawn. Bubbles releasing from your nose from the air that you have held in before you fell through. And you can see below you to be large whales of some sort. 3 of them that start like swimming circles about 30 feet below where you're treading water, looking for a place to break back through the ice. And you can still hear the voice. It's so cold, 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 cold. Will you help me? Help me, help. And then as you look down one more time, the darkness seems to take you. And you awaken within the Omen. In a cold sweat.
Feels like I just watched Avatar.
What do you do, Dawn, as you wake up? You're in your familiar ship.
I wake up trying to figure out what happened. Thinking to myself, what did I just dream about? Is it real? Is it a dream? It could be a memory that I lost. And then I look around and I don't see anybody. I'm trying to figure out where everybody went.
Okay, all right.
So
One thing you immediately notice as you're looking around, Noah's body that was on the ship, not there.
No.
I know I only went to bed for like sleep for like 2 hours or so. There's no way something happened. Do we still have the communications that we could talk to each other, or they're not close enough for me to
They
communicate with?
probably aren't close enough. They were way down in Sector 4, so you're probably not going to be able to communicate with them till at least they're probably surface.
And then they leave me a note. All right.
You knew where they were going, so you kind of had a hunch that it might take a little while. So, which is probably why you took the nap.
Yeah. Get my full health back, right? Get my HP back. So I looked and there's no Noah's body. It's not there anymore.
It's not there.
Keep searching around the location to see if there's any clues
Okay.
or the reason why it's not there.
You can make a savvy check for that.
It's a 3.
3. Okay. You can take a void point if you don't already have 4. God, it's just like disappeared. It's just gone.
Gone. I'm
And you're like, and you start thinking, man, Noah's gonna be pissed.
Of course, it's not my fault. I was taking a nap. I didn't hear anything. I'm gonna see if I could. There's no clues. I can do. I don't have no idea what's going on. I'm lost. All I know is that they went down to the 4th floor again.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll let Dom continue to ponder as he's on the Omen. As we'll transition. We'll transition back to Dev and Noah. You guys return to the surface level without any issues. It seems that your return trip was safe, but not the least bit. It wasn't the least bit safer than what you had going down, but you didn't have any conflict so far, and you made your way back up the elevator where you've reached the surface. You're greeted by Ashir, and he brings you back to that one room that he had originally kind of brought you guys into to talk to about this. Well, I think, Dev, you weren't there the original time, but I think, Noah, you'd recognize this this kind of small office area interrogation kind of room where they have computer technology that they can look at maps and things of that sort of thing. And he kind of looks at you and he's like, I'm shocked that did not take as long as I thought it was going to take.
How long should it have taken?
I don't know. I just anticipated it taking possibly longer. What word have you from Sector 4? Or can we reopen?
Well, as you know, there are monsters in the mine shaft. We cleared out what we could. They seem to have these strange blue crystals growing out of them. Noah reaches his pocket, reaches out, grabs the crystal, and slaps it on the desk.
His eyes, go bright with excitement as you bring this gem out and set it down in front of him.
Do you know what this is?
That's what we've been mining for. You see, these little gems here, they have extensive power. Extensive power that we need for our operation.
For the space buoy.
Yes.
Well, there seems to be a lot of it. Sorry.
No. I was going to say, we know where it's at. Is there a finder's fee?
You've made your way through the veil that was blocking us from getting to these wonderful stones.
We made a path.
How
we came back.
How were you able to make a path?
Don't worry about
it. He kind of chuckles at that. Well, Can you indicate these things on our digital map here, and once that's done, we can finalize the process of your agreement that you made for the contract. Of course, I've already made good on the weaponry that you've received. So that part has already been taken care of.
May I add one small request? You're free to deny it, and I'll still help you.
I'm all ears.
We are one fewer than we used to be.
Oh, where is the jolly fellow?
Trying to think of a better word.
He got flattened.
Yes. And now he's swimming peacefully.
Well, that's a shame. He was the one who seemed to be most excited about the operation in the first place.
Since he was one of us, could you help us with our grieving costs?
How might we be able to do that for you?
I don't know, Dev. How much would this cost you in mental suffering?
I would just kind of look and be like, for me, I would say maybe a case or cask of whiskey.
I like that.
I would like for Noah to make a savvy check with advantage. Because you're being aided, I would say you guys are aiding each other, and you were the first person to bring this up, so I'm going to let you lead the roll. Dev's helping you, so you're going to have advantage on the roll.
First roll is a 4, plus 2 is 6.
Okay.
And my phone out because it's a little dark. That is a 15, plus 2 is 17.
Mm-hmm. Looks at you, Dev, and gives you a little smirk. That is something I can make happen very easily. You see, I have to have something on hand to keep all these miners happy, and whiskey seems to be a standard.
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry about your friend.
We're sorry, too. He will not be forgotten. Except maybe after the whiskey.
I'll have the
on to
the
the finder's fee. Do we get a percentage of the amount found? I think you'll be in a pleasant surprise for how much we have found.
Oh, well, I'll need to see that with my own eyes first, that's for sure. But I don't believe there was anything in the contract about finder's fees.
No, but it also wasn't part of the original contract either. This was a bonus, and we just saved you money from Morse Corp having to go and get through and blast through that oval material.
Well, we still have some investigating and some inspections to do upon this veil, and I still think there is room for Morse Corp to make their presence known here. But what I could do is move you up higher on my buoy list.
Where are we at right now?
Perhaps I can move you above Morse Corp.
I'll just turn to Noah.
What do you think?
I have what I want. And just kind of give him a smirk.
We have a deal. Noah reaches out his hand.
She reaches out, grasps your hand firmly, and gives you a quick shake.
So how do we make this finalized?
Oh, well, I'll see to it right away that it's put in here digitally. If you guys will go head over here to this computer and start, it's like almost like a holographic kind of hovering thing where you can actually manipulate it with your hands, and you guys can actually use the map that you see to kind of show him where you guys found this entryway. And you remember when you looked at the map, there was that kind of blackened shape that was like an oval. It was like an elongated football that had like these weird like roots going up at the top and the bottom. And you kind of find a spot where one of those mine shafts like no longer showed anything on the map, and you kind of like with your fingers almost like glow a line that kind of like leads where this cave went into it. And he's just fascinated by it. He goes, you see a couple secretaries that work for him kind of come in, and he kind of goes over the compensation that you guys will be receiving, and they go in right in front of you on these like glowing digital tablets and computers that they're kind of opening in front of you, go through, and they start putting you guys on this like digital list. And you can see they definitely put you in front of Moore's Corp as if like to get top priority over them. To use this buoy once it's in working order. So it seems like he's made good on everything that he promised you. He has the cask, a big crate of whiskey set to deliver. As you guys walk out, you guys can kind of push this crate. It hovers a little bit across the ground, and you guys push it towards the Omen. Unless you wanted to do something else here. I didn't know if you guys wanted to do something else while you were here, or talk to anybody else, or just make your way back out.
I had one thing to do. Is that gem the same thing of gems that we already took back to the Omen?
It is, yes.
Okay, so Noah would leave that one gem on the table. He wouldn't try to steal it back.
Okay. You're also compensated 200 hollows for that gem.
Each?
That one gem that you put out there, he gave you 200 hollows for it.
I'll put that in mine.
I will take 25 of them.
25 of what? The hollows?
25 of the hollows. I have 0.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm just want to push and just get back to the ship so that way we can get the AI on board and safely away.
Yeah, and as you guys are headed out there too, you notice there is another shuttle that has a much larger shuttle that has dropped off, and it looks like it's dropping off a bunch of potential random miners that seem to be getting off the shuttle and are walking towards the entryway as you guys are leaving and heading back out to the Omen. Okay.
Noah's looking slightly disappointed that his warnings went unanswered. But oh well.
Looking at this hover thing, is it just like a dolly basically, and it has like no real callback features or anything?
Imagine like a metallic crate that seems to have its own hovering mechanism that you can just easily push it.
Okay.
It's just like a box that just hovers.
Gotcha. I was going to try and see if we can steal the dolly as well. If there's...
It doesn't seem like they want that back.
Okay.
So, like, you guys have basically a hover crate.
Woo!
It doesn't look like it's in the best of shape. Like, it's not brand new or anything. It looks like old technology that's just been thrown together to make work. But it's functional.
Does it seal?
It does seal. It does look like it has some kind of electronic lock mechanism on it. You're not sure of the quality.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just kind of push it back, and then when I get back, I'll try and repair it a little bit just to make some tweaks to make it run and operate a little bit smoother.
Okay.
Maybe we can keep my body in here.
That's just a creepy...
How else is this going to be on the ship and rotting, man?
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, isn't your body already decaying? Like, it's got a smell in that ship.
That's why when we put it on a crate and seal it, it stops the smell.
But once we open it back up, it's gonna be 10 times worse.
Some people like it.
Why don't we just get rid of your body?
And do what with it?
We can push it to the bottom of a lake and see if goggles float up.
That feels wrong. It's my body.
We're not having a rotting body corpse like on the ship. Like, I'm sure it already smells. I guarantee you, 25 hollows. That the minute we open that up, it's gonna smell.
All right, deal.
Done. At this point, like I just start pushing just to get back to the ship to prove I'm wrong.
Okay, so you guys head to the ship, passing some of these individuals who are slowly walking by with gear and other mining equipment. The loading ramp releases, and you guys start walking up. It's not rotting flesh that you smell. It's sweaty Dawn body odor from his recent nightmare on the Omen that you smell as you pull up the crate off the loading ramp and have made your way into the main area where like the comfortable couch area is and the table and things of that nature. And Dawn is there.
See, there's no rotting smell.
Yeah, you can smell it. You can smell it right now. I just kind of like looking around for the body. I was like, you can't smell that?
That's not decay.
I'm pretty sure it's close to it. Like, there's no way a live human would make that smell.
Speaking of alive humans, ain't we missing somebody?
Oh,
Oh,
Are we missing him?
basically, Aster's no longer here. Kind of got squished down
You know
there.
what? Speaking of things not being here, your body's not there, Noah.
What'd you do with it? Noah
What are you
goes
doing?
to see where it used to be.
Thank you. You got rid of it for us, didn't you? I told you it was going to smell.
I was
like
no.
Wasn't it
no.
smelling?
Hold on. Don't blame me for it. I don't know. All I smelled was I even know what I smell. I woke up. I had a bad dream, a weird dream. I looked around. No one was in the ship, and his body wasn't here. That's all I know.
So at no point was there anyone else on the ship?
I was sleeping.
Is there a way I can check access logs?
You
Oh,
did
sure,
close the
yeah.
door on the way out, right?
You
Noah
can.
goes and checks the access logs to see if the door's open and shut anytime since we left.
The doors did open and shut.
Okay,
At some
but
point.
How? Who has access to a ship except us?
Maybe you went like
Sleepwalking?
sleepwalking.
Don't sleepwalk. I don't think I sleepwalk. Have you ever seen me sleepwalk?
The access logs do show that the ship was open from the inside and closed from outside.
Is there a ID registered with that open?
There is. It's registered to you.
What do the logs
Well-
say?
It's Manta.
Apparently I wasn't dead.
Well, yeah, you're right here.
No,
Hold on.
the access log is for me, but I didn't have to be alive to open it.
I mean, if it was you, you would have woken me up. You. The other you. The
Mm-hmm.
original you.
The original you.
You have at least got to wake me up or something.
So, not only did I not want the dead body on there, but just like that creature, the bodies are gone.
From the inside. Oh, hold on. So you don't have any connection, or you can't see any kind of connection to the other you.
No.
Do we have anything that can GPS find it?
Hold on, I have an idea, but let's first check something. Is there anything that has cameras on the doors when it opens or closes?
Unfortunately,
itself.
Unfortunately, the ship does not have cameras like that.
I'm sure the docking bay does. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Noah's going to go back to this year and see if he can see any footage from that timestamp the door opened.
Okay.
And then during this time, I just give Don a quick rundown of just kind of like what went on, and just kind of give him like a snapshot of everything that just went down.
Okay.
What happened? What happened to the little toy that he had? The little chameleon guy.
Yeah, it didn't make it. It got pretty sure it either exploded on the ceiling or with him against the wall. But we do have Eve now. I kind of like take Eve out.
Who's
Mhm. Yeah, you see this. It's like it's beautiful multi-sided cut pink gemstone that when you guys look closer, looks like it has like these glowing runes that seem to be kind of floating with inside. Like it's this interesting blend of gemstone and tech that you guys are almost looking at. And Noah, as you go back in, Ashir kind of guides you to one of the many secretary's assistants that he has working at the desks, and they start pulling up logs of video feeds of outside on the docking bay. And you kind of time stamp it for, you know, this general area. It does take a while for you guys to see, but there is a point in time where they do catch. It's very hard because the camera's a little bit farther away from where the Omen is, but you can see the end of the loading or the boarding ramp kind of come down, and an individual walks down the ramp and seals the door closed. Walks over to another shuttle. Gets on the shuttle. And then the shuttle takes off.
Who was that shuttle assigned to?
It seemed to be one of the shuttles that possibly goes back and forth between here and the Iron Ring.
So that one's going back to the Iron Ring.
Appears so, from what they gather from their logs. They get lots of like random shuttles from different areas of the Iron Ring of people who want to come down and try to find some work. They try to log them as best as they can, but with the way that everything's in kind of shambles right now and trying to get everything in order from where it's coming and going, it could be hit or miss whether the information is correct.
Well, thank you for some weirdness, but I have one more request. If you see me by myself, you shoot me on sight. After today.
Immediately reaches for a pistol. It's like, sure. The secretary says as she's kind of like typing on this like computer system. I will pass the information on.
And that's all I ask, and Noah returns to the ship.
Okay. You return just as, like, it seems Dawn and Devlin have Eve out that are just kind of talking about this AI unit that Devlin has in his hand.
And Eve can talk to us, right?
One thing that you guys notice is Eve was talking when she was, like, locked into that position. As soon as you guys removed her, she hasn't said another word to you.
Come on, Eve, you can talk, right? Eve.
Call it bigger.
Your assumptions based off of the technology, you would probably know a lot about technology, Dev, right? Is your tech pretty high?
Well, let me double check. I got a 1.
Yeah, so it's above average. Anybody, you know, over that would probably know. An AI such as this would probably need to be connected to something to be able to have access to its abilities to communicate via using the devices to communicate through. It currently doesn't have a way to communicate to you.
I'd start looking around on the ship to see if there's anything to plug into.
Oh yeah, you know that there's units. These ships are built to have AI units interchangeable. So there is a way that you can plug it in. Now this one's a little different. This one might take some customization because this isn't just kind of like a plug and play module that you're used to seeing. This is something that you guys haven't really had a whole lot of experience with. A gemstone that works as an AI unit. This is crazy tech.
I'd get really excited. I'm like, I'm gonna go work on getting Eve hooked up. We gotta change the outlet for it to connect her to the ship. I'm going to start working on this right now and see what we can do to go ahead and get this working. And then she can tell you all about herself.
So what happened to the other Noah? Noah?
Am I back yet?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah. You came back in as they were kind of discussing, and Devin's like, "Look, I gotta do a lot of repairs to get this thing hooked up." And then now it's Dawn and you kind of having this conversation on the side.
So, well, I guess first, hey, Dev, you owe me 25 hollows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not a man of your word, I see. Okay.
I take the bag and just chuck it by your feet.
Yes.
No excuse up the hollows. Thank you. I checked the video feeds and my body got up and walked out of here. It boarded another shuttle and it's going back to the ring.
Maybe we'll complete the other contract up there for the crystals?
So he's saying we should go back to the ring. Leave Noah in the ship.
At this point, nothing is really shocking me right now. I don't even know what to think anymore. All I know is I'm going to get this AI hooked up to the ship, and then we can figure out where we want to go. And I have a couple ideas in mind, but we'll see.
Have we seen zombies or people that act like zombies before?
What about those monsters?
Creatures.
Yeah.
Probably the closest that you would have been the corrupted creatures that were down below the mines.
And when you die, you you die in the mines.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you got infected, or your body got infected.
It's possible, but I don't think I saw any crystals on me growing out of me.
Trying to remember that fight. But you got that monster stinged you. Maybe he could infect people? I'm watching too many movies.
I have something that could help us see it if Andromeda would be willing to let us use a thing.
Oh yeah, we do have to.
I don't know what Andromeda's current hit point situation was. You guys got healed up before you went down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Med Bay.
Okay. Yeah. She kind of looks at you and she's like,
I don't think she got hit because the amount of damage. I think she avoided each time.
we could always try, she says.
It won't take long. So, if she's willing, we would use that machine to allow us to view the death.
So review your death. And review Manta's death.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the only choice we have. But either way, even if we do that, we're gonna waste time trying to follow wherever chip took your guy. Or you took the other chip to go to. I don't even know anymore. I'm confused.
It boarded a shuttle going back to the ring. So if we're trying to find the body, we should head back to the ring.
That's fine. Yeah. So we should start flying the chip. Meanwhile, we're flying, we go do the thing with Andromeda.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't kill time. What do you think?
I like it.
Alright, so I guess we're going back to the ring.
Hey, Don, toss me that cable.
Don't blow us up.
Oh no, I know what I'm doing.
Do you?
I want to, for some reason, I want to double check something. I'm looking in the book for, I can't remember if, like when you get, so what you're doing is basically you're attaching a module to your ship. An AI unit is considered a module. So I know it takes like a D6 time to like repair something, but I can't find, like, I thought there was different rules for if you were hooking up a module, and I can't find the page that's on. I thought it was in here somewhere.
General modules, barbed wire principle.
Repairs.
117 is the list of tech modules.
Yeah, I saw the lists, and I thought there was something in here about that.
It says military issue AI. Named AI.
I could have swore I saw something that said it takes so much time to add modules. Just to give you guys an idea of like how long it would take you to do this. Because most likely you wouldn't be able to fly the ship and do this at the same time. This would be something you'd have to probably do before you take off. You're basically adding a new operating system to your vessel. And as I find out the last 2 weeks, it's not that easy. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there isn't anything in here. Space
The hub
travel.
starts without any modules. To upgrade the hub with modules after it's been created, the crew must find or steal the new modules, obtain them as a payment. No, it doesn't say.
Doesn't say anything about how long. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'll just make the general D6 roll call for right here. So I did roll a 6 on a D6, Dev, and I know you have the ability that decreases that by half. So it's going to take you 3 hours to repair this, but I do also need you to rig this. I also do need you to make a tech check for me.
All right, and I am going to use my last void point.
Okay. So you get to make this roll with advantage.
10 plus 1 is 11, and 8 plus 1 is 9.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no. I need you to roll a
I know what happens here.
Roll a D6 for me and tell me if you roll a 1. Okay?
Oh my god, again? That, you're like turning into a mutant.
Ooh, 6.
6. Oh, so no void corruption this time.
This time.
It's taken you some time. You're trying to figure this out. So while you're working on this, you have like Dawn and them there on the ship. Is there anything that you guys want to do while Dev is working on this additionally to what I mean, I think you guys already kind of formulated a plan, but is there anything else you wanted to talk about or create or try to do? I would say you're probably... How many spare parts did you guys... Do you guys keep a track of like your spare parts and things, Dev, that you guys are using to... Does anybody have like a number of like how many spare parts you guys are using to?
I don't think there's anything for... I have a toolbox, but
Okay.
I don't think that has anything.
I'd probably say that after you guys hook up this module, you guys are going to be really slim on like extra wires and pieces of machinery that you guys can use to kind of rig things. So you guys will probably be in the market for picking up some parts somewhere or trying to find some salvage to where you can take some things, pieces that you can turn into other things and hook onto other things as well.
Okay.
But if you guys don't have really anything that you guys would be thinking about or trying to do, or he's just going to be kind of working here for this next 3 hours. It sounds like, at least it sounds like he's struggling. Like this is nothing like he's used to.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Make it quicker?
Sure. Go ahead and make a tech check to see how much help you can provide, Don.
And I'm gonna use my void point because I'm maxed out.
All right, go ahead and make it with advantage. So take 2 rolls at the highest one plus your tech.
I have 14 plus 1, 15, and 14 plus 15, both 15.
Yeah, nice.
Ironically.
So as Dawn comes over, you're getting really frustrated, Dev. And Dawn starts pointing out some things that may work. You're not really sure. And you guys start kind of hooking things up, and by golly, you're getting kind of lucky. Like things are actually starting to put together. And
So much. It's
Don't
so
get
easy.
cocky.
Easy though. Why you missed? You're supposed to turn it on.
Listen, I know what I'm doing, okay? You just got lucky.
By hitting the button.
I was just gonna do that.
There's a switch like underneath like the dash kind of thing that he like clicks, and all of a sudden the computer systems that usually would glow like yellow start to glow with that pink glow throughout the bridge of your vessel, and it doesn't say anything right off the bat. You do get some kind of screen that sort of pops up, and it seems as if there is something else that needs to be worked out before this Eve AI module can be completely turned on. And I'm going to take you guys to a new section in Roll20 as I'm going to bring you guys over to this little thing.
Oh God. I studied this in college.
So, I'm going to put this onto YouTube so everybody can see this as well. Our YouTube friends. So, as this kind of comes online and that pink glow happens, you guys see the screen kind of enable this. What these are is, do you see these? These are decks, these little gray things that you see. And what you have to do is you have to make each one of these little things on the sides. So there's two little prongs that stick out each side. Each side emulates a little like laser beam. Okay. And if you'll notice that each one of them has a number of blue lights lit in the center circle. So basically what happens is no lasers can cross each other. But that amount of lasers that are lit up in that circle need to be connected to another deck in order to solve this electronic riddle. So, for example, if there's two little triangles lit up in the center, that means two lasers need to be connecting to another module somewhere.
How do you connect the lasers?
Well, basically, there is a laser deck. I'm going to show it on the... Do you see these little lasers in the bottom right-hand corner now? Can you guys see that deck? If you grab one and pull... You should be able to grab it and pull one onto... And that's like a double laser. And you should be able to put that on the map somewhere where you think it goes. And I have the correct answer on my GM layer. And when you start to put things in the right place, those decks, those chip decks there will begin to kind of pulsate and glow, and I will let you know when you're on the right course.
It's gonna take all 2 hours.
And just I'm updating the ship sheet. So for one of the modules, I have the future AI Eve. Do you want me to put the same notes that are in the military issued AI for power cost and its description bonus?
Let me look at the AIs again, because I thought there was one that said named AI on there too.
Okay, let me see.
Wait, what are you doing now?
Oh yeah, named AI, only one
Where's
power cost.
the military one at?
116 is named, 117 is military issued.
Military issued AI. This would not be that. It would be the named in general. Now this isn't exactly that. So there might be some things that, but generally yes, that does. I would say, yeah, put that in there for now, but this one is like, this is like the equivalent of finding like a very, very rare artifact in Dungeons and Dragons. It's basically what you guys have. You guys have found the Hand of Vecna.
I don't know what's going on. No one's doing everything.
Noah's busy. He's over your
Yeah.
shoulder, like trying to like work with these decks and get the lasers glowing and beaming.
Noah has ideas.
Wait, so you have to match the lights with each other? Like if one has 4 lights, you don't have to have 4 lights too?
Yep, and the lasers can't cross each other.
So it's like a snake.
It worked in Ghostbusters. That's all I'm gonna say.
Go back to figure out how to turn on that little device, man. Click the on button next time.
Listen, I was going to do that.
Didn't look like it.
I was doing the other thing first. I had to make sure I got this wire strapped in.
I see what he's doing now.
How do I get a single one out?
It should eventually put a single one out. Let me grab another
Okay.
one. Like, I think if you just keep pulling them out, it's just like random. There's one here in the top corner there.
Yeah, I'll help you. Oh.
And I think if you click on one and hit the delete key, I think it'll take it off.
You have to connect every single one of them together.
And I think if we start from the one that has the most, because that needs like this one, I'm pinging it, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 connections. And if they're all straight lines, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So it's not supposed to connect all 8 dots. Because they have 2
Just-
in the back, 2 in the right, 2 in the top.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, just the ones that are lit up.
That's the ones that are like,
And so this one needs 4, so it needs 2 more. And the only one it can connect with is
that one.
this one.
I'm about to go take a nap again. God. But this one has 3. The one at top left.
This one?
No, the one that. How do you?
Ah.
This.
Which means only one laser will go across and hit this, leaving only one here, which can only go down, which leads to the one here.
Touche.
And then the one at the top goes to the right, and then the
Yep.
one in the top right goes down.
And I'm the detective here. Are you doing so good? I'm not even gonna touch anything.
Yeah, I tried clicking once, and I realized it glitched, and I was like, I'm hands
Yeah,
off.
I'm like,
So those should all be good.
so, Def, do
You
we have
guys
any moonshine?
on the right track. Everything seems to be working out so far.
Do you have any moonshine left? Def?
Moonshine. Let me see. I do have some moonshine, but we do have this case of whiskey now.
Oh, how you got that?
We completed our job and just asked for a morning gift.
Oh yeah, Aster. Keep forgetting he died.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, right. I was wondering why it's so quiet here. I miss him though. I'll take some whiskey if it's okay with you.
Would the whiskey be like an individual bottles, or would it be like one big giant like barrel?
This is individual bottles.
Okay.
It seems like too. It's like it's different brands and different types. Like they gave you kind of a variety of different whiskeys in there.
I need help with this.
And then how many? So for a crate bottle, would you say like 100 bottles?
100 bottles. Like crazy.
I'll take no less than 250 of the
Prob-
750 milliliters.
Probably more like it ended up being like 23 bottles.
23
Yeah.
750 milliliter whiskey bottles.
I see it. I see you doing good. So that one. So you're gonna connect.
I need a double, but it
You're
won't
gonna-
come out.
You wanna connect? This? Maybe I could do it. Single, single, single. No, they're all singles.
So you can just use the single twice.
I tried and
Oh.
it's not wanting to play.
Yeah, it probably doesn't line up correctly with the. Let me see if
You
I
gotta
can grab.
connect.
Oh,
There's a double.
There's a double. I got one come out too.
How do you ping again?
If you just grab those cards in the right-hand corner and just click and drag one out. Oh, you're talking about pinging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you're gonna connect this one into this one?
Nope, just go straight down here and we should be done.
Should be done.
I think that should be a single.
Which one?
Because that one's a 3. That you're
Oh, it
connected
is.
to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should connect this one into this one.
Can they bend, Michael?
They cannot bend. They only go straight beams.
So this should be single then.
And this is a triple, which you already have. This is a double. This one's missing one too.
3, 2,
No, that's 3. Never mind.
3. Yeah, 3 there. Yep.
Now it wants to give me all singles, our doubles. There it goes. All right, so this one has 3. This one needs 4, so it needs a 1 going to.
This one's the only one missing one.
Which one's missing one?
This one. Oh no,
That
that's
one has
2.
2.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Right, you're right.
You are almost there. I see. There's one spot that's missing missing lasers.
3, 2, 3, 4. This one is a 4. You need one here.
I know, but we can't get a 4. Because that needs these 2 to be 4.
2. So, can you? Oh,
Because this one, the only one it can connect with is this one. So it needs both 2 going in this way. That leaves 2 lights left. This one can only connect to this one, and it has 4, so it needs 2 each way. Which means breaking that, this one's still good.
but this one's missing 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Let me do something very quickly. I gotta check something. I'm gonna check my guide here. I'm gonna put all of yours. I'm gonna hide your layer really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Is the only gripe I have about this is in order to see where it is. I see where it's telling me to put it. Let me oh, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna move this out of the way just for a second. Uh-oh.
What do you break, Dev?
Wasn't me. Not it.
Oh, everything's going away.
I'm deleting all the extra stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of moving things out the way so I can see what this seems to be the only place that is preventing the puzzle from happening.
I wonder what I'm missing here.
Alright, I don't see where you're gonna go. You have 2 here, you have 3 here. You have 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you make another one here.
Because this one needs 6.
So if you look at the right side, you see how there's 1 going top to bottom? Is
This
it
one?
shift? Nope, to the right.
Yeah, that's
This one.
This one?
Yep. So is it shift click? Or how do you ping?
Just hold down the mouse button.
Yeah, yes, hold on.
So you see this top?
Yeah.
This should be a double. Oh, no, never mind. I was
Oh,
going to say,
yeah,
if this was a double, this was a single, and that was a single, then it'd
You
work.
can't cross though, right?
Wait, and
Yeah.
then she would connect this one into this one.
But then this one wouldn't have anything to cross.
True. Can we just fight a monster bear?
Oh, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Doesn't make sense.
Let me see something really quick.
This one you put
Let me
it
move
here.
this one down and see what you guys got here. I think, I'm not mistaken. I think they made a mistake in this puzzle module.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I increase the GM layer, and people on YouTube can probably see that it's completely missing from there. So I think you guys have it right. I think the answer is incorrect. This one down here should only be a 3 module instead of a 4. So you guys do indeed have it correct. It's the answer key that is incorrect.
Yes.
Because this one should be showing a 3, and it is not. It's showing a 4 for some reason.
Okay.
Roll 20 marketplace. How dare you do this to me? I was looking for something cool and different for you guys to do instead of always just combat and roleplay. But upon figuring this out, as Noah stays working very, very hard, all of a sudden these modules begin to glow and they dissipate from view as they spin and vanish on the digital screens that you see inside the Omen. And it responds with, "Welcome to the garden. Eve is online. Welcome, heroes. Thank you for freeing me from my captivity. How can I be of service?"
First of all, it's not a garden, it's the Omen. Okay, Eve? And what were we supposed to ask her? Are we supposed to ask her something?
Nope, I was just showing you that we got an
She
AI
talked.
and works.
Ah. So you did all that work, took it 3 hours, just so she could talk?
Oh, she's from the future and she can change dimensions as well. So
Oh, well, that makes me
Can Eve, is that true?
Changing dimensions is a little more difficult, but I indeed am from the future.
see,
Wait,
Can-
easy.
If we could change dimensions, can we go and find Manta? No.
Eve, are you able to locate people in other dimensions?
That indeed is very difficult.
Are you
But not
able-
impossible.
Nothing is truly impossible.
Are you able to find people in this dimension?
That's a little easier, but not as easy as other things.
Can you find someone that looks like this guy? Noah. Similar, same genes, same everything. Face, look.
That's not me. But is me.
It's you. It's Noah #1. Can you find
I-
somebody that looks just
I
like
resent that.
People can look similar and still be different.
Yes, Noah, see? The question is, can you
What-
find him?
What would you need for that?
Thank you.
I could run detailed facial scans. I could also input the data collected from the ship's DNA storage.
It's a DNA story?
We
Yes,
gave
yeah.
it some.
Oh, yes.
In order to access this vessel, you have to have your at least some type of fingerprint scan.
Would it help your scans if I knew exactly where it was going?
It would definitely help.
Noah shows the ring.
Okay, so you're kind of pulling up the iron ring on the computer systems and stuff.
Your finger.
Yes, I can take a look. It may take a few moments. Should I set a course?
Yeah, that was the
No.
plan.
I'm
Wait.
fine with it. Dev, Andromeda, what do y'all think?
I grab one of the whiskey bottles and just uncork it, and just like take a swig, and then pass it to Dawn, and just go.
Thank you.
Listen, all I care about is just finding our way to the master system, and just getting over there.
The what system?
The what?
It's where I came from. Since she said that she can do a few things, I'm going to, and that she has to be nearby. So I think finding out how far away it is, and if we're able to travel there, just for future reference.
Eve, can you do that as well?
Absolutely. The master system is in my logs.
So we have a mission. Now we have to decide: are we gonna go try to get the other Noah, or we're gonna go to the master system place?
Dev, what's there?
It's just my hometown, and basically with the, the dimension thing, trying to see what what benefits can be brought from being over there.
So there's no urgency?
I mean, sooner rather than later.
Do you mind if I look for me? Do some self-discovery for a little bit?
Okay, we are not splitting up the team. Different galaxies. We could split up in the same galaxy or same place, but not different galaxies.
That would require 2
Well-
nights a week, guys.
We can't do it.
Well, we have weapons now, so we can protect ourselves, and I'm pretty sure these things can put those robots on the ground if they come after us.
Alright, so let's do it like this. What benefits us from going to the other Noah, and what benefits us to go see your place? Which has more beneficial?
Well, if this is the real Noah that you all helped,
And love.
And potentially close on the contract.
mm-hmm.
'Cause
And
we-
if that
we-
thing's a zombie, then that thing's going back to a place where it can possibly make a lot more zombies.
And we'll find out real quick.
Okay, and what's the benefit of going to your place, Dev?
Oh, just so that way we can be there, maybe take on a few jobs, and just find a way home.
Andromeda chimes in. She's like, not to add more complication to the matter, but we do have this ongoing contract with Xanta, and we have all these gems that we could take him. There's also that.
That's on the ring.
We could start making some friends,
We killed all our friends. All the friends
Or-
we had died.
Well,
Or they
didn't
get
kill
slapped into
Aster.
a wall.
Poor Rooney.
Hey, look, I tried to save Aster. He just wouldn't let go of that Eve.
Alright, so let's take a boat.
I mean, are we really going to try and push our luck with 2 contracts in one day?
We
I'm
need some
feeling
kind of-
lucky.
we need money and fuel to go to the other spot that you want to go either way.
All right.
We're running out of fuel,
Just-
right? By now, we should be running out of fuel.
I believe we were still full fuel.
Yeah, you still had full fuel. Fuel. Now, one thing I do want to mention is when you take off, and you guys would all know this, when you take off from a planet with gravity, like what you're on right now, it will consume one of your levels of fuel to basically get yourself off the planet.
Yeah.
And then once you get into space, it doesn't quite consume as much fuel. It's getting out of the gravity field that takes the most of the fuel consumption.
Gotcha.
Eve, I have a question for you. Since that system is in your logs, is this ship able to travel to that system, or do we need to wait for that space buoy to be completed before we do?
Unfortunately, the current size of the fuel capacity upon this vessel, it would require much significant amounts of fuel to reach the massive system. And, unfortunately, it would take a long time without
How long?
bridging. I
How
will
many
find
refuels?
the dungeon master, the game master, will look at the book, and I will tell you exactly.
It'll take a whole new season of Death Space.
So-
Space.
There was a chart that said this. What page was
Wait,
it on?
while you're looking at Eve, why did they call you Eve? Never know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to have a conversation and look at something at the same time. I apologize.
You're sorting them out.
I'm sure, yes. All of a sudden, it just goes, my name is Eve. Yeah. I wish my children would stop screaming.
No,
I don't know what's going on in there, but it's just...
kids.
I can't
There you
find
go,
that.
using the family excuse again.
I can't find that chart. Where's that that picture of the system, Tenebris system, at in the book?
Towards the end, I think.
Is it towards the end or is it in the middle somewhere?
I thought it was towards the end when I was.
Oh, it's in
skimming through.
extras. There it is. Tenebris system. Map of the Tenebris system. There it is. Okay, so okay. No, it doesn't have it there either. Gosh. Why am I missing all of this?
I think we need to go
Maybe-
back and get a new Eve.
Maybe it's in the ship part. Like when you're building your hub creation, starting hub, core functions. Maybe it's with your engines, power source.
What are you
Versus-
looking for?
I'm looking for like how long it takes you to get between systems because it's like a
Oh.
long time, like
Oh,
months.
yeah.
It's page 69.
Page 69. Okay,
Yeah, 68, 69. I think. If that's what you're looking for.
let me see. 68, 69. See, but that's from in system. It just gives you travel time in weeks or travel time in weeks. That's
Yes.
just in the Tenebris system.
You wanna go out of that?
Yeah, because you guys would be leaving the Tenebris system. So in order to do this,
Oh.
so it'd be travel between systems.
Systems. So,
So like on page 66 and 67, that little jump point they have.
Is it 66, 67?
oh, the
That has like jump points with Tenebris in it.
Jump points at Tenebris. Yeah, but there was something else that said.
Oh, 48 and 49 has between galaxy system and
That's
within
it.
system.
Yes, 48, 49.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. Space travel. Yes. Travel between systems. Wait.
months,
Is it say-
Decades for slow.
decades.
Yes, that's it. That's what I was looking for. So you guys currently, I believe, at your ship's core engine, you guys have a slow. So honestly, just to go with your ship, just to go anywhere within the Tenebris system takes you months to get there. Like depending on like the range. Between systems, like even if you take a bridger, you're talking like weeks to get there on a bridging vessel. So
Yeah.
are you guys hearing all that?
Yeah.
No,
You guys don't hear that?
Oh no. No.
no.
Yeah, slow. It says if you travel in the Omen with a slow engine between systems, it takes you decades to get there.
And the space buoy would be a bridging type of maneuver, right?
If you do the space buoy, that's the bridging ship. So basically, it's this massive ship that your ship connects to, and then goes through the buoy and can reach speeds of speed of light, basically. So it's kind of like going light speed in Star Wars, but it's just not as easy. Like, you got to go through, and honestly, there's like waiting lists to get to park to this thing when it comes, because it only comes like so many times a year, and it makes it like difficult.
Yeah, so no, we're not going home anytime soon.
Oh, we're going to my home.
Yeah, we're going to your home. I mean, not Noah. I mean, Dev. Sorry.
Well, we'll just wait for the buoy then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
We have
that'll
priority now.
Yeah. Alright, so back to our old plan that we usually do. Make a plan,
Yep,
figure out a
let's
different
go.
way of going, and then come back to it.
Let's go check in on Noah and Xanta. See if we can get another contract done.
All right. So as you guys are kind of thinking about finalizing where it is that you're going to be headed to next, I think that's a great time for us to take our break for the evening. So we'll take our break right here. All right. Well done, everybody. We'll be back after a 5 to 7 minute break when we refill drinks and get a quick stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
I
sir.
will check my messages and see if Tara's got internet yet, and we'll see if we can get her in here. But I haven't seen any messages from her yet, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I haven't seen her.
So, all right. Well, we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll see what the crew decides to do. So, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you very soon. And welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, we're down on Andronima tonight, and I do not think that she's going to be making it. Because I think if she was coming, we probably would have heard something by now. So we're going to push forward with Andronima on Roleplay Light as my cat continues to invade my stream. Because that's what happens every single time. All right, so you guys were headed to the Iron Ring from Inaru, where you guys have been doing a lot of mining the last several sessions. Where exactly did you want to set your course for? Did you decide if you wanted to follow the other Noah, or did you decide that you wanted to go back to Kenar 62, where you guys originally started on the Iron Ring?
Let's ask Eve, which is closer to Noah.
Noah Prime.
Noah Prime, Noah Prime. There you go.
Oh, we're talking about the other one, right?
Yeah.
OG Noah.
Noah 1.0.
Noah 1.0, there you go. Let me check something really fast. I got this little thing to help us. Cat, you're making this really difficult.
Yeah, say it to my door every day.
Had a fucking chair. The cat could sit in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. For only $50, you could have this.
The cat rolled a natural 20 on performance.
Okay, after Eve kind of does a little bit of processing on Noah's DNA and physical scans and makeup and all that kind of thing, Eve comes back online and says, "It seems that the shuttle carrying the individual in your likeness was headed to an area called Lemuria Station upon the Iron Ring, which is not incredibly close to Kenar 62, which the coordinates that you have given me."
Oh.
Well, do you want to try turning in the contract and then seeing if Xantha can track down yourself?
I think that would be probably for the best for now. Just turning in a contract, what can go wrong?
Alright, we're splitting up. Yes.
No, we're all together.
Oh, I'm gonna go play some gambling, some games, some cards. No, we're going together.
So, as the coordinates are imported into the OMEN, the cool thing about having an AI unit is the AI unit can do a lot of work that you ask the AI unit to do that you guys would normally have to input yourselves. So you guys can basically just speak to Eve, and Eve can do a lot of the just day-to-day nonchalant things that, the computer systems would do automatically. It's, but you guys can, it's kind of like, in the Alien movies when you speak to Mother, it can have those kinds of responses to you. And you guys begin to take off, and you can feel as you guys are pushed back into your chairs the amount of velocity that it takes to have one of these ships charge up through the atmosphere to get out of the gravity field of even a moon like this. You can even imagine a larger planet or something with a heavier gravity field, what this might feel like, but you can feel that pressure. Some of you have done space travel before, or kind of gotten used to it. Some of you that this is kind of maybe not an everyday thing. It takes a little while to get used to. But with the pressure comes the lightheadedness sometimes, the dizziness occurs as well. But eventually you guys come up through that gravity field, and you can feel that lightness come back to you. As the way these ships work is they do have their own gravity within, so you guys can walk around. You're never like floating around like a NASA space station kind of deal. You guys have your own gravity upon the ship, but it's always a little bit lighter. You're always like a little bit lighter on your feet with these types of gravity. And you're starting to head back towards Kenar 62. It takes, like I said, it took you guys about a day to get down here. So it takes about the same amount, maybe a little bit longer, because you guys had to kind of charge up out of that gravity field. So what would you get? Is there anything you guys want to take advantage of a rest here? What would you guys like to do in this like little bit of downtime that you'd have aboard the vessel?
I'm gonna fix my staff because it went down condition to 1, so I want to put it back to 2.
Okay. I think you have to make a repair roll for that. Let me check repairs. Repairs. I think this is like repairing with finding spare parts. Electronic and weapons. Picking apart weapon or electronics item gives 1 unit of components. Oh, you know what? You guys are out of components, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anything lying around, Don, to repair your staff.
They don't have anything.
You'd have to start picking apart your ship.
Do we really need Eve? I'm just saying.
I don't think you're gonna get many parts from her.
That's true. I do have a magnetic boots. Why do I need that? Alright, I guess.
You have magnetic boots? Nice.
I put a magnet at the end of my staff.
Andronima just uses the downtime to kind of take a break and get some sleep, and try to heal up any damage that she may have suffered or sustained during your time in Aro. Anybody have anything else like do or talk about or?
Can
Go ahead.
I do have a knife. Can I add my knife into my staff to give another damage?
So you want to turn it into like a spear?
Yeah.
I would say all it would really probably do is change the damage type. Because the way this game works is you only, like, all melee weapons that you hit with all have the same die. So it would just change it from doing, like, bludgeoning kind of damage to doing, like, you could pierce things and cut through things with it. It'd be possible, but it's just gonna really just kind of change the type of damage. Or make it to where you can do, like, piercing or hit with the other end and do, like, bludgeoning.
Yeah, I got 2 hands. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Eve, I had a question for you.
Yes, happy to help.
This is gonna sound weird, and I don't mean to be offensive, but can you see?
I can see through the sensors of the vessel.
So you know what we look like. You can see the ship inside the ship.
Yes.
And those runic markings are on the inside or outside of the ship?
Are you asking Eve that or me?
You.
Okay.
You.
The markings are on the outside of the ship, yes.
All right. Are you, Eve, able to see the markings on the outside of the ship currently?
I cannot see them, but I can feel them.
They seem familiar.
Hold on.
Are they familiar to you?
No. Well, they've been on the ship, so I guess they're familiar in that sense, but what are you familiar with them?
I am familiar with them, but I do not know what they mean.
Where have you seen them before outside of where we found you?
They came from where I came from.
The future?
Indeed.
Is this ship from the future?
Wait, how far off the future are you from?
extensively. But, although I cannot read these markings and feel these markings, I feel like there may be other ways in which we can find out what these mean. But it will not be easy.
Nothing ever is with you.
This ship could be from the future.
So, yeah.
This isn't Staples. There is no easy button.
They both done.
Yeah.
Well, to the important thing, Eve, can you, when we get there, can you
Wait,
connect?
hold on. Are you saying that Noah's question wasn't that important? I found it very
No,
important.
it's just
educating.
some things take extensive research
By you or by us?
by all of us.
How can we help?
First things first. Let's get safely to a docking area to where you can collect on your contract.
Well, speaking of that,
Uh-huh.
can you connect to their intercom system and talk to the ring before we dock?
Unfortunately, we are still out of range.
But once we're closer,
Once we are relatively close to the bay, I will be able to communicate with them.
maybe we can talk to Xanta before docking.
See if he doesn't want to shoot us out of the sky.
Yeah, that should be a pretty easy test.
If she's from the future, doesn't she know when we die?
Do you have records about that?
Eve chimes in and says, just because I am from the future doesn't give me extended knowledge on individuals and their outcomes.
Probably one of those genie things they can't tell you.
Yeah.
Who created you?
Sometimes.
I called them master.
Can you call us masters now? Master Goose. I mean, Master Don.
I
like that.
will not call you master, but I will call you captain.
Why did you refer to this place as the garden when we first met you?
Because it's where I was born.
The Garden of Eve.
You were born in a garden, but you're technology.
Yes.
That doesn't compute.
Were you born on this ship?
There's the cat butt, like I was telling you about. Get out of my drink! Garden was just a name.
So it wasn't a real garden with, like, vegetables.
No, not at all.
Did they grow other AIs there?
Constructed and built, yes.
To grow AI.
I was the first.
That's what they call you, Eve.
Who was the second?
Adam.
None of the others that I can say have survived.
What happened to them? Did you hurt them?
No. Lost or destroyed is my only guess.
How come you weren't?
I was sent back in time to ensure the safety of all life.
Alright, we're supposed to be pirates, not saving people's life. We're completely going the opposite way now.
Andronima from another room is like, I told you we're not pirates!
You kill people.
We need to make some friends.
Technically, we did make a friend. Eve.
Do you consider us friends, Eve?
What is a friend?
Friend is a difficult term,
Yes.
but you are my captains. So that does make us partners.
I'll take it. Better than what death cost me.
He just calls you Don.
Yeah. No, he calls me dumb. It sounds like Don.
You could hear that? Thought I covered it. Regardless, we don't need friends, okay? As long as it all works, that's what matters.
Has anything worked? We lost 2 people since we got here. Killed more civilians than we could count. And
As long as we're alive.
we don't make any
Technically
money.
3.
Well, yeah, you. But you kill yourself. Technically, we didn't kill you. The monster killed you. It's 2 different things.
I mean,
Yeah.
we also lost, our captain, original one, that we spaced. I wonder if he's still out there, floating somewhere.
Oh, unless he came back to life. Like Noah. OG Noah.
Why'd you have to add that? Now we're gonna get a revived captain now. Couldn't spit that out.
As you guys are having this little moment where you're talking about your space captain, all of a sudden Eve says, "I'm sorry to interrupt, captains, but something has caught my attention on the ship's scanners. It seems as if a disabled vessel has been detected in our vicinity."
You know what we're doing, right, guys?
Parts?
Yes, parts. We need
Can you
parts.
scan that for life forms? Or movement?
I can attempt, but this ship's scanners are lacking. I will do my best.
Bring us close and do the best.
Yes, Captain. You see, like the
I like the
electronic.
sound of that.
You
So
see,
we have
like
no captain.
you see, like the electronics like start to brightly glow within the bridge as the scanners come in, and you guys can actually start to see out your viewing port. Quite a distance away, there is a looks like a glow from the reflection of the main star of the system. Seems to be glowing and shining on what does appear to be some sort of space vessel that is just kind of floating out there. It's very small in your view. It's very hard to see, but you can see that the ship scanners are starting to come to life. After a few moments, Eve comes back online, or comes back over the ship's intercom systems, and starts to say, "I have not detected any life forms or movement. Unfortunately, these scanners are unable to delve much deeper into anything other than online systems and movement. But it seems as if all the systems on this vessel are off and non-functional.
We can't
Including-
radio.
We can attempt to upon closer approach, if that is what you choose, Captain."
Oh, I'll be able to use my magnetic boots.
Yeah, I say we just get closer, do a flyby, and then radio them in. What do you guys think?
I say go in. I go in by myself. I need to fight. I need to fight something. I missed the last fight. I was sleeping the whole way.
So
Let's see
definitely
what we're
working
working
with-
Dawn's trying to pick a fight with somebody here. He's ready.
So we're definitely doing a flyby. There's
Yep.
no way you can possibly avoid this plan and mess it up. There's no possible way.
What are you gonna say? I messed up the plans?
Everyone
saying?
has messed up the plans. Kicking
I haven't done
Maroney.
anything since we met.
Maroney. Maroney.
Now your plan-
R.I.P. Maroney.
I wasn't a plan. There was something that was not planned. Two different things. I used a distraction. That's what it was.
Let's bring us closer, Eve.
Yes, Captain. And Eve starts to just slowly move you guys, and you can start to see the vessels coming more into view. It's relatively same size as the Omen whenever you guys are starting to get a little bit closer to get a good look at it. Like every other space vessel that's out there, it's very pieced together from what you guys can see. You're still at a little bit of a distance because you're approaching slowly. Everything's kind of drifting in space, so it's very hard to control. Which, you know, you're just kind of like, Eve is just controlling the trajectory of where you guys are kind of headed, and hopes that you guys are kind of headed on the right course. As you know, they're doing the Eve is trying to do the math on where the ship is floating and how you guys are going to pass. How close did you guys want to get?
Close.
Within radio.
Within radio range? Okay. So you start to get closer, and Eve kind of steps on, and she's like, do you want me to open the intercoms for you, Captain?
Who are you talking to?
Any of you.
It's like, so. No, I
Go
think
ahead,
over.
Noah.
Before I would answer, does Noah recognize this as the shuttle that had the other Noah?
It does not look like the shuttle that you saw in the camera. No.
Noah's relieved.
This
Open
does
the intercom.
not look like a shuttle vessel. This looks like could be some type of other private vessel that you don't really have any experience with.
Let's open the communications.
All right. Communication line open. You hear some static kind of going on as, you know, everything hears. And you hear this strange kind of like whisper all of a sudden within the static. And it says a couple words that you can't really catch. Like, it's just like so quick and underneath the static that you can't like tell what it is. And then it kind of buzzes off, and Eve kind of backs off a little bit and just gives you the floor to talk into the intercoms.
This is Captain Rain of the Omen. Are you in need of assistance?
It's the other captain, Don. Do you need help?
Eve waits a moment and says, Captain Devlin, do you have anything to add?
Oh, no.
Fair
I
enough.
think 2's good.
So you guys wait a moment. Ship's still drifting closer. You hear some static, a couple blips of static, a couple strange, ominous whispers that don't appear to be coming from the other vessel. And you realize you're not getting any response.
Wait, so the whispers are not coming through the intercom?
The whispers are hidden within the static. When the static like goes, you can hear a like a strange whisper, and then static, and then blips out.
Eve, were you able to pick up on those whispers?
Those whispers seem to be coming from very, very far off. They don't appear to be coming from the vessel ahead of us.
Can you detect any AI on that ship?
Unfortunately, these scanners are very poor. The only way to determine that would be from on the vessel itself.
Well, if we had a better tech guy in the ship, we'd be having a lot more better equipment here. Saying.
Do we even have equipment to board?
I don't know, do you? What's that? Didn't you get EVA suits from somewhere?
I have.
We had mining suits.
I thought you guys took EVA suits whenever you left Kenor 62 somehow.
Not me.
Not you? Okay.
I have a breathing mask, magnetic boots.
I think Andronima was our main storage equipment keeper.
Yeah.
She's not here to give us our input.
I have a planetary parachute. I don't think that's quite gonna help.
You could potentially like hook. You guys can hook to this vessel, and there is like a way that you guys can like seal the ship. It's difficult because you have to like somebody's gonna have to fly the vessel and like actually like connect it. But there would be kind of like a tube that you can go through to aboard the other vessel. There are other means, like you don't have to like spacewalk every time you want to like board another ship. Okay, we're not gonna be that like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that complex with it. Yeah, it's.
We have a heavily sophisticated AI who can guide us in that process.
Yeah, we have a drummer that could stay in the ship to help out. In a way.
And John was like, "Listen, I could hook up to that vessel. I could do it."
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Your voice seems different.
I just woke up.
Oh, okay.
Devlin, you got some whiskey?
Wow, what happened in
Grabs the
there?
bottle.
Maybe it'll help
Takes another swig.
clear out
Absolutely.
this phlegm.
I never think I do on my drink. What do you guys do? Alright, yeah, so let's go in. We need to go. We need parts.
Okay.
And Captain John says we need parts.
So you guys start to approach, and all of a sudden Eve says, "Some systems just came online from the vessel." And you guys watch ahead, and you guys see almost looks like 3 little puffs go from different parts of the vessel, almost as if like some kind of escape pods are being jettisoned. And there are these small, what look to be metallic canisters that have some kind of blue flame kind of coming out of the back of them. And they start going, and all 3 of them start to turn in your direction of your ship.
Probably need to run.
Eve, do you know what those are?
And don't say pots.
They seem to be some kind of mechanical drones.
They're friendly.
I'm unsure.
Either way, they're coming after us, and as soon as we got close, they launched out. So it's probably a defensive mechanism.
Additional systems on the ship are coming online, and you can see that there's outside lights on the ship that start to glow. And it
All
looks
right,
like
we need to go.
Get us out of here now.
yes, Captain. And the Eve starts to begin to turn the vessel. These small things, are starting to kind of approach more rapidly. These small, like 3 canisters, as they approach, and it looks like one of them is getting a little bit closer, and you can see what looks to be some kind of mechanical arm, like opens up from one side, and then another mechanical arm opens up from another side. Almost like crustacean-like legs almost seem to be opening up on the front of this as it's getting closer to your vessel. Eve is trying to spin it and turn it, and Andronima is like runs up to the bridge as well and kind of gets into the seat and is preparing herself. What are the rest of you doing at this time?
There are no weapon
Dropping
systems on this ship, right?
There are no weapon systems on this ship. No.
I'm just strapping in and holding my gun.
I mean, but we don't know if they're friendly. I mean, or...
This
They
is a
wouldn't
trap.
chase you.
What?
Noah's going to start gearing up to shoot whatever is going to come through the ship.
Okay. Noah starts grabbing gear. Okay. Eve rolled really, really well with Andronima's help. And they basically get in the ship, and they start to turn the ship rapidly. You guys all, like, as Devlin, as you're in your seat, you can feel the pressure as this ship begins to turn, and basically the engines kick on as fast as they possibly can, and you guys start to move out, and you can hear Eve say over the intercoms, "We are gaining distance on the drones. We're going to need to keep on pressing forward, but we're going to require fuel in order to do so."
I think
Granted.
I'm gonna puke.
Andronima helping out with Eve is going to continue a natural 20.
Lose
As
no fuel. No.
yeah, you don't lose any. Yeah, that's right. You will
Oh,
lose.
wow.
You will lose no fuel, as it seems as if with Andronima helping to guide Eve through this, even though you guys are using a lot of your ship's power supply and power sources. You guys are able to kind of maneuver and start to pull away. It seems that we are getting out of range for the drones to keep on pursuing us. But the other ship is still able to pursue.
Is it pursuing?
Currently it is.
Go to the ring or back down to the planet.
There is a good chance that the ship could stop to pick up its drones. But we won't know for sure until we keep going.
We heading to the ring or we heading to the planet?
Eve, do you think we could outrun that thing?
I believe we can.
I say to the ring. If we can get docked, it's not going to come and mess with Santa, I don't hope.
Yeah, sure, why not? Where else can we go?
With the bonus, it just barely passes. So I will say it will cost you guys one more fuel for this one. As basically Eve kind of puts it in full blast mode on the Omen. As the engines are full blast, you guys are charging through space. And Eve then comes online to say to you, we have put distance on the vessel. The vessel has stopped to gather the drones that it sent in our direction. We should be safe to continue our travel.
Eve, can you set a waypoint to come back here at some point?
Yes. Waypoint saved.
Thank you.
Yes, Captain.
Waypoint save.
In case something
Waypoint
goes wrong, we
then.
can always just reload the save point.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you can start here again.
Wow.
Wasn't the reward for this contract a module for the ship?
It was, but it wasn't a weapons module. It was, I think, storage or
Fuel?
Fuel, that was right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, real quick, did we take any integrity, frame damage, or condition damage?
Oh, good question. I don't think that was technically combat, so I don't think there would be any condition damage. What else does it say for... where was that at? What page is that on?
Oh, I'm just looking at the sheet, the data sheet right now.
I think the only thing you guys burnt through there was just some extra fuel.
Okay.
Because I
So
think
we're on
I think
4 of 6.
something has to like physically attack you to do like frame and integrity damage, and nothing got close enough to actually do any damage to you, and they didn't fire any weapons at you.
So now what do we do? Let's go to a Halo.
How many of you have extensive like space like traveling experience of your party? How many of you would say you'd been like
I am
I would say I traveled a good distance since I left my system.
Devlin, you might know that there is a plethora of individuals that make a living off of baiting people into think their ships are disabled, and when they get close enough, they find ways to steal from them. You feel like this was one of those moments that possibly space pirates that were baiting you guys in closer to try to take what you had.
Pirates trying to do what we were doing to everyone else.
killing people.
Yeah. Kill us, take our stuff, and leave us out in space.
What's it gonna find anything? Except Eve.
Good job, Eve and Astronomer.
Oh yeah.
Andronima's just like, I told you.
We should listen to you more often.
You should. And you guys continue your travel. This time without any scanners like going nuts and no more sights of any more vessels. You don't see any, I mean, you occasionally see like the passing by shuttles as you're getting closer to the Iron Ring, because a lot of people travel kind of around here back and forth. Closer you get to the Iron Ring, you see more vessels kind of moving past, but none that seem to be like coming in your direction or any threat to you whatsoever. And you guys make your way back to Kennar 62. Now, you guys did say you wanted to do some kind of communication with Kennar 62 before you arrived. So Eve, once again, opens communication lines up to the captains to speak as you guys are coming into the docking bays.
Hold on, before you talk, Dev is very good friends with Santa, from what I remember.
I thought you were the one that was really good friends with Xanta.
No,
It was Manta.
It was Manta, that's right.
Manta was the best of friends with Xanta.
Never mind. Go ahead, Noah.
I don't intend to talk here. I think Captain Dev should handle this one.
Yeah, I think so too. Go ahead, Captain. Say hi to your old friend. What's his name?
This is the Omen. We are trying to hail Xanta. Again, this is the Omen, and we are trying to hail Xanta. Over.
Got to kill Santa?
You hear someone come online and say, yes, docking has been granted. Make your way to Bay 16.
Thank you. Again, just wanted to confirm, is Xanta there? We have a special package for him that we need him to be there for receipt.
Xanta is not, but Guyana is present and will speak to you upon your arrival.
Guyana? Who's that? Xanta was the one who was running this last time.
Guyana will explain everything.
Ask if Guyana can pay us. Can finish the contracts. Oh, we're here to finish the contract.
Can Guyana finish contracts that were awarded by Xanta?
That will be up to Guyana when you speak to her.
So it sounds like Xanta is no longer there.
Guyana will speak to you upon your docking at Bay 16.
I kind of like cut the mic. What do you guys want to do? I don't, because we don't know Guyana, right?
You do.
Or
She was
the lady.
She was the lady that looked like Edna from Incredibles.
Right,
Did you guys? I don't think you tried to kill her. You just, you like.
Oh, that one.
She was like the one that was working for Xanta. That was kind of basically gave you the omen, like when you guys first arrived.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the other lady who was trying to get information from Xanta.
No. That was her name was Mia.
Mia, okay.
And yes, you did kill her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I thought we killed. Okay,
You killed her and stole her knives.
that's right.
And left her body in the middle of the city in the center of Kennar 62.
That's what we do.
Well, so it sounds like Xanta's dead. Probably killed by the virus from the robot. Question is it
OG Noah?
Sorry?
Maybe OG Noah killed him.
It doesn't sound like it'd be that recent. And then ultimately, is there cameras showing what we did? Which I thought was also a possible incident.
But under new leadership, maybe we have a clean slate.
Up to you guys. Once we get docked, we're locked.
Where else? Where else are we gonna go if we don't go here?
Looking for Noah, but
Oh yeah, the other Noah.
I say here.
Yeah, why not? We're already here. I'm tired.
Andromeda?
She's sleeping.
I mean, completing another contract would be nice.
Aster. Oh, that's right. We already lost him.
Andromeda looks at you and is like, "That's cold."
Well, I mean, it's probably cold. He's in the water.
I left you guys alone for 1 minute.
So
Yeah, let's get stuck and go.
I get back on the comms and just go, all right, we'll be heading in now.
All right.
And I just turn to Eve and just go, guide us in, Eve.
Yes, Captain. And Eve guides you into docking bay. I believe it's like 16. That's the number I gave you. And you guys slowly move in. Your ship merges with the docking bay, and you hear it latch on the outside with a clunk and a hiss. Your ship connects to Kenar 62 once again. You see the lights kind of shift and change to where it's basically confirming your secure connection to the spaceport. And Kenar 62 is... You're back where you started.
Back home, boys.
I would make sure that my raid rifle's ready to go.
Okay, first of all, we're not gonna go back to where we started and start another war between us and them.
Oh, we're not going to start a war, but if they come after us, we're not
We don't have
exactly
a
the
war.
best guests.
Alright, I'll take my staff and my pistol. Let's go.
Eve, are you okay on the ship by yourself?
I will be fine, Captain.
Don't open the door to another guy that looks like that guy.
Unless I'm with them.
Yes.
I can make sure that happens.
No, you're not supposed to make it happen.
Well, that doesn't happen.
Andromeda, are you coming with us, or are you going to stay on the ship?
That's a good question. Maybe I could stay here and keep a lookout if there is perhaps another Noah walking around out here. I mean, I know Eve said that it was going in a different direction, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Def, you're coming with us.
Listen, guys, Andromeda looks at you. Be careful. The last time we left this place, it was kind of rough.
Whose fault was that?
Yours, Def?
Oh, it wasn't mine. 100% not mine.
And you and
Let's-
Noah stealing a robot.
Andromeda's like, look, we all made mistakes. Let's-
Oh yeah, she did kill.
Hey, technically I didn't. Let's remember that.
Andromeda's like, we're in this together.
Could we stop by a job board while we're here?
Andromeda just goes like this. It's like, sure.
We should probably focus on just making sure we come out alive first before we look at
Yes.
the...
I'm not looking for a new job.
No, if you just want to stop by, I'm sure it's on the way.
Thank you.
The job board is actually not on the way. You'd have to go out more towards like where the fueling station was, where you guys had all that activity happen before. So it's up to you. You can go to the job board first if you'd like, or you can.
I
head
could
to
take
where
a
the-
trek to the job board and head back to this ship
All right.
so y'all can take care of the contracting.
Send us to hell. Got it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Go ahead. Buy me a
Alright.
moonshine.
Let's go.
Much of the moonshine? $5. Here's 5 coins. Buy me a moonshine.
Are you giving Noah 5 hollows to buy a moonshine for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. No,
You
can
have
buy-
a whole thing of whiskey.
Whiskey's so strong. I like moonshines.
Fine.
Not asking for much. You're gonna be over there anyway. Alright, let's go, Dev.
All right. So Noah heads towards the job board. And Dawn and Devlin head towards where you guys remember where Xanta's facility area was.
Oh, one thing.
Yeah.
I take a Sharpie and I put an X on Noah's hand.
Oh,
Oh,
clever.
where you get the Sharpie from?
Don't ask.
From his toolbox.
Yeah, there was one Sharpie in his toolbox. That's it. Starting to dull out a little bit. That fine point, that doesn't last forever.
Alright, let's go, Dev.
All right, so you guys are splitting up. We'll start with Devlin and Dawn because you guys would arrive at Xanta's. You guys are kind of closer to Xanta's area. You guys make your way to that area where you see two of Xanta's guards standing outside the main area. Devlin, that you would recognize was like the doors that led to that little like club parlor type thing that you guys had gone through before.
Mhm.
And the guards kind of stand there and they look towards you and they kind of stand there and not moving when you guys approach.
Don't make any sign movements. Just move in. Just walk by. Don't look at them.
Okay, you try to walk by Dawn and one steps in front of you. Where do you think you're going?
There.
We're here to see Guyana.
Yeah.
She's expecting us.
Forgot her name for a second.
So the one guard kind of steps back and kind of gets on a little intercom and starts trying to whisper towards. You can hear everything he's saying. He's basically just asking what business these guys have, and you hear a loud female voice on the other end saying, "Let them in!" Like shouting, and the guard almost like jumps out of his boots with the loud, and you can hear, oh, God, I'm still trying to get used to that. And he puts his hand up on the scanner and the door opens. And you can see it's brightly lit in here. It's not dark like it was before with like a bunch of glowing lights and neon flickerings happening. There's no music playing either. Like it just looks like an empty chamber with fancy tables. And it's empty.
Empty.
Is Guyana in the room with us?
Guyana's not in that room, but you remember there were steps that led up to like Xanta's official office, and there was another set of doors.
Keep going.
All right, we're gonna keep marching on.
You guys march on. The doors open as you're kind of walking up the top of those flight of steps. The doors just kind of open up. And you see little Guyana standing there, and there's a couple guards in the room as well. Same as Xanta's guards. But she's standing there, but she's wearing nicer attire. Like her clothing has changed. Rather than wearing kind of like she wore like a casual kind of business kind of outfit the last time you saw her. It's more like now she's wearing kind of like this almost rough and gruff like jumpsuit that kind of tightens up around like the boot area and stuff. More of like a tactical gear almost as she's standing there. So it's a different look for her. And she's like, "Ah, yes, there you are. Come in."
Looks like there's been a change in ownership.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of things have happened. Come on in, we can discuss it.
All right.
And you guys go in. The door closes behind you. One of the guards kind of like peels off and goes elsewhere. You do notice that there are those robot AI units are in that room. The three that were remaining are all in their charging port areas. So they're all kind of just standing in these tubes, like hooked up to wires. The blue one is in its port, but it is messed up. Like, because you remember you guys like helped. Well, I think it was the other crew that kind of blew it to crap. But it's like got pieces like ripped out of it. It looks like somebody tried to like take the chest piece off of it and like start to repair it, but made it worse. Like there's just wires hanging out of the thing. It looks terrible. But it's just like sitting there next to its charging port, like all shattered pieces, everything just lying around the floor. Some random tools.
I figured you guys would have fixed that by now.
Well, that's a problem. We don't have processing units to fix these things.
Gotcha.
And it's going to take a lot of time and money to get those.
Well, if
Anywhere
you have-
nearby?
Unfortunately not.
Gotcha.
Xanta had connections. I know where they are, but it's going to take some time.
So what happens with Santa?
I'll show you. And she starts to lead you into another side room where a door goes opens as she walks. And she leads you into this other room, and on the side of the wall, you can see there is this holographic painting on the wall that seems to be animated. Imagine the paintings in Harry Potter movies where it looks like there's an actual person that's moving on there. It looks like a painting of Xanta. But he's like checking his comm unit, looking around. Like it looks like he's actually moving. Every once in a while you see like a static like blip go across the what seems to be some type of digital screen. And she goes over and like on the side of the frame, like presses a few of the designs on the frame, and you hear it go kss, and the door the frame swings open like a door. And she starts to pull on the end of something, and this long extension starts to draw out, glowing this bright light from inside. And then types a few more buttons, and all of a sudden it's like this metallic casket inside that opens up. And you see this cold fog kind of emerge from inside. And glowing underneath the body of Xanta is these like neon lights. And it seems Xanta is laying inside. It's kind of like a morgue area where Xanta has been put in here. And you see her reach into kind of her thing, and she hands this thumb drive to you. He inserted this into his main computer frame.
And what happened?
Connected with all the technology in his head.
So he just went haywire?
He killed himself.
He killed himself.
Well, that's one way to go.
Wait, if he killed himself, how are you in charge?
Well, you see, when somebody has as much influence on an area, you take charge. And she smiles. Listen.
Sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Hey. Sometimes you just have to try to walk in the footsteps of those who come before you. That's what I intend to do.
Okay.
Well, let's get down to business now. We had a contract with Xanta to look into and deliver some crystals. Well, one crystal. We were curious if that contract could still be fulfilled.
Oh, absolutely. Why did he want you to go after a crystal?
Well, these crystals apparently had some additional powers. They weren't just normal gems. They have a little bit more boost to them.
How can you be certain?
Well, multiple corporations are looking into it, and we went down to the planet, saw it, and talked to the people there.
And what corporations might this be?
Various ones, you know. Everyone's trying to get their hands on them. Morse Corp, for one.
Meh. Can't say I've heard of them.
Well, regardless, The deal was 1 crystal for 1 module. Now, we might be able to sweeten the pot for 2 modules, as we were offered 1 of 2, but we could possibly give you more crystals for both the modules. Maybe not just double, maybe we'll give you 3 crystals.
Steph, let her talk. You are negotiate with yourself.
As Dawn's like
Just
whispering in your ear in front of Guyana.
I'm like, I got this.
Dev, do me a favor. Make a savvy check for me.
All right, let me see.
I don't believe you have any
Character.
void points left, so...
No, I don't. I have a +1. I think it was this die that did well for me. Oh, I almost had a natural 20.
Oh,
8 + 1 is 9.
9.
Roll a d6 now.
Look, I don't have extensive records on what Xanta promised you in a contract before because, unfortunately, when he inserted that device, and she points back to that thumb drive that she handed you, it erased a lot of the computer data that was previously on here. But I will make do on the 1 module, and if, perhaps, you're able to do me a little favor, perhaps I can add an additional module in the future.
What kind of favor?
Well, it can be something that you can do later. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you accomplish now, but I would really like to get that other AI unit working again. But I need the parts. It needs another core CPU unit. I don't have those.
So you want us to go on the trip?
It would be a trip.
I mean, Dev, I'm okay with him. We need something for the ship.
And then it's an open contract, right? No strings attached. So if we do it, great. If not, no worries.
Absolutely.
All right.
Just note that I can't wait forever, so this is a contract that I can also give to others.
Understood. So I think that works. We'll get back to you on which module we'd be interested in, and then we'll make sure that we have the crystal ready to be provided. And then I will talk to the other members of the crew about your offer.
That sounds fair.
All right. Well,
Hey,
anything else we need to be aware of?
She points to that drive that she gave to you. You can keep that. I don't want it here anymore.
Appreciate it. I look back at Dawn and go, see, negotiations went well.
Yeah, what exactly did you negotiate?
We got the module.
For how many crystals? Did she even say
The
how many
one.
crystals?
The
Did she
one.
really? I was listening to the whole thing. I don't think she specified there was only one. After you said two
She
or
said
three
she
that we
would
have.
honor the contract.
The contract that she doesn't have.
She
But they're
doesn't.
honoring
She
it.
doesn't have it, but she's honoring it based off of your discussions. The attempt to add additional crystals for additional modules failed, so that fell on deaf ears, and she didn't want to go forth with that. But offered that if you guys are out and about and you find a core processing unit for this AI that she's got, that she will add the additional module.
Hold on, how many crystals we have?
I think we have quite a few.
You guys got a ton of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we?
But remember, other Noah, like, was, like, Andronimus stuffed other Noah with a bunch of them. So, and other Noah is gone now. So, whatever gems were on other Noah are also gone.
But we did hide some in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Do we want to, Dev? Do we want to give an extra crystal for parts that we need for the ship? We need parts. We have no parts. Oh, food. Well,
Yeah.
I think we have food. Parts.
go ahead. You can use your negotiating tactics. Let's see how far you get.
All right. Hey, Savannah. What's the name?
Guyana.
Guyana. Beautiful name, by the way. Love it. Reminds me
Oh,
of an old island back in 2020.
2020.
2020.
She said
So-
what?
We can use some parts for a ship that we don't have. I'm offering you one extra crystal that we have if you could give us parts that we need. Any parts that we need. We need at least. Def, what do we need? You're the tech guy.
Oh, we just need a bunch of general parts, just a whole bunch of ones that we can do various repairs and everything else. Just a good blend of parts.
And not just that. I would throw you dinner with me tonight. Me and you all night long. Back in the
Okay, go ahead and make a savvy check there, Don. Are you gonna use a void point?
Yeah, I think I should. How many do I have? Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Die.
If the omens are rocking.
Right. That's a 20.
20.
That's your 20. Yeah, baby. It's gonna be a long night.
Guyana seems to be pleased with your offer. She looks towards you and says, "Oh, I see what you're doing there. You know what? For crystal and parts, in your offer."
Remember, we were offered a module for one, so it's probably going to be a fair amount of parts.
Yeah, she.
You have
But parts, like I said, parts is one of those things that they actually have quite a bit here.
That's right.
So, double check it on here.
Yeah, it's the very first page when you open the book. Repair and spare parts, component, vehicle part, weapons and electronic repairs, vehicle machine repairs.
Repairs and core parts table. Oh, there you go. Yeah, component parts, vehicle parts. Oh yeah, vehicle parts are expensive. Gosh. So it depends on. So you're just looking for general. You guys ask for like general parts, or you asking? So because like that gemstone is probably only worth about like 200 to 300 hollows. So you're looking at like one vehicle part and possibly like a couple component parts for the extra that Don's adding on the side with the dinner in the movie.
I didn't see no movie. I said dinner.
Because parts are expensive in this world because they're few and far between actual working parts, you know?
I would say, would it be possible to get one component, one vehicle part, and one weapons and electronics repair?
Yeah, they could do that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then those would be the three.
Okay, so you guys can mark that down somewhere, maybe on your ship's character sheet, that you
Yep.
guys have that in your storage as a group, with the negotiations from Dawn there. Now,
Going on.
Guyana looks at you, Dawn, and is like, "So where should we have dinner?
This is your spot. You tell me.
I can have something cooked up for us.
Love it.
Meet me back here in a few hours."
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go take a shower. Can you use the shower?
They do have communal showers here that you can go take a shower.
See, Dev? You see how that's done? Took 1 second to fix the tech thing that you're supposed to fix on the chip just by turning on the button. And took a second to negotiate some parts. Easy.
Hey, it was exactly what I was trying to do. A crystal for a part.
Yeah, but,
We basically did the same thing.
yeah. But I got food coming my way that I'm not paying for.
You missed out on the dinner last time.
I did miss it there.
So we're going to transition to Noah, who made his way to the job board. Noah, what exactly are you looking for?
First, I'm gonna log into the job board and see if other Noah has accepted any jobs, because we should have the same login information.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Looking through, other Noah has not accepted any jobs on the job board.
Okay. Can we post jobs from here?
You can post, but it goes through like an approval process. Like somebody, an admin has to like approve it for it to be posted.
Noah's gonna try to post a job.
Okay, what kind of job are you posting?
100 hollows for the apprehension of Noah Rain. Outside of this current system.
Yeah, immediately 20 people get guns out and place it.
Without an X on his arm.
Keep forgetting these caveats.
My prince, man.
Minor details.
Okay, so you are 100 hollows. You're
Great.
you're basically putting out a bounty on your other self.
Yes.
Outside of Kenar 62. Okay. Okay. Sure. Are you including visual?
Yes.
Okay.
And very clearly noting without the X on the arm.
Okay. So you're typing in a physical description along with the visual, going into specifics, letting them know that without a Sharpie X on their arm. Yeah. So you go and post that. It says it's waiting for approval. This could take several minutes to be approved to be added to the board.
And he would stop by and pick up a couple things of moonshine for Don and head back to the ship.
Okay.
Well, thanks.
I can't remember how much moonshine is. Does it say in that beginning chart? I think it says food. There's a food thing. Moonshine. 4 hollows.
Oh,
I'll buy 3.
All right. So you get some moonshine for the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And you return to meet back at the Omen. Don, you have a little bit of time before dinner. And you come back. Don doesn't have his hat on. He's got wet hair. And he smells refreshed. Smells like he actually might be wearing some kind of fragrance.
It's a moonshine barrel.
It's
Moonshine.
just like moonshine on the...
Thanks for moonshine, Dev. Noah. All over me.
I thought you were going to drink it.
Oh, I have a date. I'm trying to get very close to the new Guyana girl. Maybe it will help us out in the future.
Andronima looks at you guys. What happened to Xanta?
He died.
He died.
Everybody's dying that we know. You know, I think we are the virus.
Everybody
knows
we talk to dies.
It's okay. It worked out. He plugged a USB into his own head. But we have it right here, so we can use it whenever we need to.
Noah, you immediately recognize that USB. That was the one that you plugged into the back of the blue AI unit whenever you guys put it down.
So they may or may not know that we did this, and now you're going to be alone with their leader in a room.
Didn't sound like she was too distraught.
Oh,
It didn't sound like it. They knew it was us.
Hey, if you want to go be a space floozy, that's up to you.
Hey, someone needs to make some hallows here.
Well, the important thing is we're turning in the crystal. We're getting a module. We have to decide which one we want. and then we're also offering a second crystal and dinner, and we're now getting additional parts. We're getting spaceship parts for a component, a vehicle part, and a weapons electronics repair, condition 1, and include spares.
Well done.
Oh, thanks.
So how was the job board?
I looked for me, nothing. But I did put a bounty out for myself. Figured if someone else can find him, maybe that eliminates a threat. So I need to stay low.
I was going to say, but did you put any restrictions on yourself?
You gave me a little X, and I made sure to note that this person cannot have an X on their arm.
Wait, you actually put that?
Yeah.
You realize they can just put an X on their arm, right?
Mm,
Once they see that.
I think people are going to be hunting for him right away. Maybe he's not looking for a job.
You know what? Come here. I just grab his arm and put an O right next to his X.
yeah, it's so cute.
The way I see it, if this thing wanted to hurt people, it could have hurt you when it woke up. It didn't.
It's true. Could have killed me.
Mm-hmm. You were sleeping, allegedly.
I was sleeping. Allegedly. I think that's what you say. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's...
And then it boarded a shuttle that managed to take off to come back here. It
Which
apparently has intelligence, because it knows how to open doors. If it has intelligence, it may have my memories. Maybe it's going home.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
What if it's a ticking time bomb and it's just reporting back to the last thing it remembers to do whatever? Spread, mutate, like a parasite.
Then it's good we came here first, isn't it? And if something does go off, all those people hunting for him, they'll find out really quick.
All right.
So I'll just stay low.
Well, we have to decide if we want the fuselage module or the cargo hold.
Yeah, it's the fuel module or the storage module. Where your decisions now. How many modules can you hook up to your ship?
I don't know about how many modules, but we have an output power of 3. We have the AI, which counts as 1, so we have 2 more power left.
2 more power left, yeah, okay. So I think these are general modules. So fuel tanks is 1. Would double the amount of your full fuel in your spacecraft fuel depot. And your storage is also 1. So you can...
Is it cargo cluster or cargo bay?
I think it's just storage. It's the bottom of 144.
Oh, storage. Okay.
Yeah, it's 1, but it seems to have room for anything that fits through the doorway. Temperature can be adjusted over a large range, so it can be like a big refrigerator if you wanted it to be. And it also says it can be very hot in there. It could be a sauna.
Well,
Tempting.
I can see uses for both. I think I don't think the fuel tank is as important right now, given that we'll use the space buoy, so we won't really have to travel too far. So I think the storage will help with hauling things.
That can lead to more hollows, which can lead to fuel later.
Correct.
So storage?
Storage?
All right.
Storage.
Storage is the
Alright.
choice? Okay. All right. So as you guys kind of come to a conclusion on that as a team, I think that's where we're going to end this episode of Omen.
Nice.
Hey, we're not being chased or killed right now.
No, it's not on a cliffhanger. Look at that.
And 2 contracts?
2 contracts
contracts
tonight. Look at that.
Well, technically, it's only 1 contract. We haven't delivered it.
Hey, I'll deliver
Well,
that night.
Hey, we'll save it for next time so we get the extra point.
That's true.
Well, let's go ahead and look at advancement really quick, guys, because you guys were all. Did you repair something?
We did.
You
Maybe
did?
AI?
Eve.
I count Eve as a repair, and all three of you contributed in some way. So all three of you get an experience point for that. Did you deliver on a dangerous contract? I'm going to give you each 2 for that. Because you did.
All right. 3 so far.
And I'm actually going to give Andronima those 2 points as well, because that was an ongoing thing. Like, even though she wasn't here tonight for that, I'm going to give her those 2. Did you use at least 1 void point?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, Noah was the only one who didn't use it. Okay.
Do I get one for how many I use?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it says, did you use at least 1 void point? So if you use more than 1, you still only get 1 experience point for that. So it's just kind of encouraging you to try to use them during a session. Did you discover a new and potentially dangerous place? I don't think you have.
Base with the pirate?
The ship.
I don't really consider that a place.
Fair.
Did you gain a new enemy?
The pirate?
Evil Noah.
I'm not sure. Evil Noah. Yes. You guys have discovered the BBEG. I would say no on that one. Not. Did you find someone new that you can trust? I'm gonna leave that, guys, up to you.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, I would
Am
say
I-
not yet.
Yeah.
Unless, no, yeah, I already did. Never mind. Yeah.
Does anybody trust other Noah?
Other Noah me or other Noah?
Other Noah. Did you contribute with something especially memorable?
It's my dream counts, but that was you this year. So I guess not.
I don't really have anything on my end.
Okay.
We haven't done anything. We do.
So your accumulated XP can be spent, or you guys can keep on
That's right.
building up.
How much is it to go from -1 to 1 to 0?
5, I think, for
5,
going
yeah.
all the way up to 1.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use 1 point for Sabi to go 0. I mean 5 points for Sabi to go 0.
Okay, good. You can also, you get 15, you can gain a cosmic mutation. 15 also can buy you 1 additional origin benefit.
Oh, I keep forgetting my.
Yeah, everybody keeps forgetting their origin benefits, don't you?
I can re-roll any die rolls
Yep.
once per second.
Once per session, you can re-roll a die. Yep.
And then what is shooting? Is that tech?
That's tech, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to increase ability by 1, raising to +2 or higher, times that by 3. So say if I'm raising it to +2, that would be 6 points.
+2 times 3 raised. See, that's always confusing. So yeah, I would say it's probably 6 points. 3 times
says
value raised 2. So
raised
you're going to
2.
put 3 times 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that would give you 6. So it'd be XP cost 6 to go to +2. Yep.
All right. That's what I'm going to do.
All right. So you're at a +2 on your tech now.
I do.
All right.
Woo!
Nice. Moving on up, guys.
Maybe you can find the on and off button now.
I'm going to work on Savvy also.
All right.
What's
everybody.
Dex? Dex is just melee weapons, right?
Dex. Dex is not melee. I think it's what am I missing here? Body is your melee attacks. Dexterity is your reflexes, poise, and speed. This game, like, for some reason, like, Dex is kind of like the one thing I haven't, like, there's not a lot of rolls that have been made through Dex so far. But I would say it's like your ability to, like, move out of the way of things, dodge things, run fast, jump. Hit points, defense rating. Okay. All right. Everybody get all their advancement done that they wanted to get done tonight? Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, YouTube. Everybody's been hanging out with us. We appreciate you sticking with us. We're going to go ahead and call it for the night, and we will be back in 2 weeks, hopefully with our full group. And maybe we just might meet somebody new before we head on out, as we invite another guest to join us here for Omen. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and until next time, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. I'll see you guys all very soon. Have a good night, everybody.